Football League.
Look there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, AFC West rivals do battle. It's the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers.
Your 2025 LA Chargers.
Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 18 yards on the connection.
It's a gain
First
of
down,
18.
LA.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And they go with the RPO there in the hopes of making something happen after the catch. So often you can kind of run your receiver through those voided zones and come out the backside. I just didn't love the timing. I think he got to just let that play develop a little bit longer and not be in such a hurry.
On play action now, Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
To number 13, Keenan Allen. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Throwing again, Herbert. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Herbert to the air again. Quick throw, slant, caught by Johnston. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the Broncos' 10-yard line.
2nd and 5. A run. Here's Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown Chargers.
Touchdown Chargers.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Broncos 0.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain
10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Broncos.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle. And what?
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll give it to Dobbins. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds, just a little short. Need to pick it up on 3rd down.
3rd
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Rolling right, there he goes again. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
18 on the play. First down, Broncos.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8. Set it up second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Colson on the tackle.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
On second down, it's Nix. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
They send Sutton in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop them. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
Third and goal. Nix from the gun on third down. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Herbert. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Charger first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
This pass caught, right side, it's Allen. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield, down to the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, L.A. Disley is the man in motion. On the ground, this is Harris. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Now, Herbert. They try to set up the screen to the right, but it's going to fall incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So There was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
14, Cortland Sutton. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dobbins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Nix. That's complete, taken in by Franklin. And they will finally run him down.
Complete to Troy Franklin.
A big-time play for the Broncos.
33 yards on the play.
33 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
This is why speed on the perimeter is just so critical. To be able to get from the right side of the field all the way across to the left downfield, you better get there quickly, because I'll tell you what, those pass rushers up front, they're not getting further away.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd down. Nix. Flushed to his left. And Nix with the wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Evan Ingram. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Chargers' 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Nix gonna keep it on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Tackled back at the 30-yard
Oftentimes,
line.
the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40.
19 yards.
2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So,
and He's in! Hey, stop it! Touchdown, Broncos.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Chargers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the rookie out of North Carolina, Marion Hampton. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. P.J. Locke up to make the tackle.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Disley is the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Disley. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
He's in a
line.
really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now it's Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
You know, like, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Mims sent in motion here. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. That's taken in by Franklin. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Now it's Dobbins. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 13
yards. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with him again. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll go with the sneak. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. That one way too slow developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He's got it about the 8. To the goal line and in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, Denver.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Lutz for the extra point.
After.
It's up and good. And the Broncos will take a 21-7 lead.
Chargers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one out in front of of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Will Disley, the intended target that time. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Harris. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, and going to give it to Hampton. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On the give, it's Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Another run here with Harris. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold him to a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. P.J. Locke on the safety blitz, getting there for the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So now, fourth down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Chargers cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Throwing is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. On fourth down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing on first down is Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd down at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Throwing, Herbert. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Herbert to the air again. Quick throw, slam, caught by Johnston. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Herbert to the air again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take this one in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. Chargers are back within 4. It's 21-17.
Broncos 21. Chargers 17.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Throw across his body is complete, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
a first down throw for Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 46-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. To throw is Nix. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll manage only a couple. Tuli Tuipulotu there for the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. The defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
48-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. And a Broncos first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He'll look catch puts him
First down,
over the 100-yard mark
Broncos.
here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Play action now. It's Nix. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here. They leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up 1st and goal.
Dobbins. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits, what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
They send Sutton in motion. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Third and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman can get out to lead the way.
It's now
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
What's his kick?
The kick is
good. And the Broncos add on to their lead.
Chargers 17.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Haskins now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Herbert. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up.
And 6 yards.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Now he's free at the 35. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Point after now from Dicker.
Extra point.
The kick is good. And the Chargers will tie this game at 24.
24-24.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. McLaughlin now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
22 yards.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
2nd down. Nix. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Broncos.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. He'll give it to Dobbins. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will move out in front. 27-24. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will go up by 7.
31. Chargers 24.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Haskins now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard
Chargers
line.
offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd down and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Fair catch called and taken
The Broncos
right
take over
at the
first
30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
The Broncos
line.
offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. A run with Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Dobbins. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do is flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and he finds Disley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that third and 1.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Motion man is Johnston. Now Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Chargers.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the Broncos' 10-yard line.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Harris. And he's in! Najee Harris. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Chargers.
A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, Chargers!
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead On this drive, it starts with first down. Now, faking the give. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Denver.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He connects with Mims. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 32 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins, and he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run.
And he'll take it on in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos will go up by 7.
38. Chargers 31.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Haskins now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. On play action, now Herbert. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. A give, and here comes Harris. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
First and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Herbert now on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
To build this lead. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hampton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game, more important than how many gross yards you run for?
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He was
up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch. But give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, L.A.
12 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Herbert to throw. That is left side and taken in by Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's into the end zone. another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Open man, left side. He's got it.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. The open man is Atkins.
Nix's pass complete to Nate Atkins. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
On the play. 1st down, Broncos.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
He takes off.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
At the 7-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is first and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return, here comes Davis. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Now, a deep shot for Allen, and the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, if there's one thing we can say about this quarterback, Mike, is he has certainly been entertaining. I mean, there's been a lot of good, a little bit of bad, and it's kind of come all over the place. But as many nice throws as he's made, he's got to cut down on some of the interceptions.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They face second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
6 yards. And it's third down. Third and 12.
Nix from the gun on third down. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And we'll take it with just over 90 seconds
A gain of
left
13
on the clock.
yards. And the Broncos first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And that'll be a pickup of 3. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Second down.
It is second and 6. Again, it's Harvey. And he's fouled up after a gain of a yard.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on third and 4.
A gain of 5. First down, Broncos.
And with the game on the line, Mike, here, fourth quarter, you put the ball in the hands of your running back behind this big offensive line. Great job, 2 hands on the ball. Powers ahead for the first down, and that should all but end this one.
So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from SoFi.